Welcome to Secret Spirits Scotch Whisky Advent Calendar, 5th edition, 2018, day number 21, I believe. Yeah, 21. And I've just been preparing my palate by having a nice, delightful, easy drinking, slightly malty, heavy on the caramel, delicious, easygoing Singleton of Dufftown, 12 years old. If you can see the label on that there. Yeah, that's what I'm starting out with, just to get my palate aligned and ready to go for the more exotic stuff. Oh, without any further ado, let's go on to it right about here. Okay, we're looking for number 21. 21 is gonna be, where is it? Where is, there it is, bottom, second from the left, right down there. And here it is. And I didn't look at the label. And we're gonna try it out like we did all those others over there. Okay, I have a clean glass. I have our sample right here. And before I start with that, I just have to finish with this last of the dram of Singleton that I have here. In case you were wondering, with the dram of Singleton, when I added 1 drop of water, it made it more malty on the nose, and on the palate, it made it more creamy and gave it more vanilla. Yeah. But I wouldn't dare add more than 1 tiny little drop of water because it's already down at 40% alcohol by volume. Nicely balanced, just about the right way to get your palate calibrated. Okay, now I'm going to open this guy here, and hopefully the cap comes apart properly. Oh, almost. Yep, it came apart. Good. And here is our sample, and here's our clean glass. Once again, I have no idea what this is. Blind. Little bubbles on the sides. Let's give it the anaconda treatment. By the way, thanks very much, Bart of the Scotch Test Dummies, for coining that and giving it the name of anaconda. That is if you're watching, Bart. Ooh. That's interesting. I'm getting sawdust right away and lemongrass. The sawdust and oak is moving aside already to give me lots of lemongrass. I'm getting some nutmeg, sandalwood. It's a real wood-forward sawdust, door planings. Very wood-forward nose. With citrus, lemongrass again. There's more going on. I believe it's just underneath the surface. Oranges, but not just any oranges. It's those juicy little oranges what were they called? I wish I remembered the name of them. The little ones that are easy to peel, and are they? They're not nectarines. They're those little oranges. They're about so big, and they're easy to peel. You just grab it with your fingernail and you peel it right off. And they come apart. They don't stick together very easily. All the little pieces come apart very easily. They come apart easier than a Terry's chocolate orange. I don't believe they're called nectarines. They're called oh, it's a long time since I had one. Yeah, keep the mouth open while inhaling. Yeah, orange zest too. That's the pith of the orange. What started out as lemongrass sort of morphed into these juicy little oranges. Were they called Jaffa Crown? I think that might have been the brand name for those oranges. So it's fruity and citrusy. Yeah, citrusy and fruity. When I dig deeper to get more malt notes or notes of any kind, I get more of those citrus notes. I wonder if they ever crossed lemon with the orange. What kind of a fruit that would give. I know they did pears and apples. Um, the place where I used to live in the yard, there was a tree that produced those pear apples kind of fruits. They were quite nice, but I would love to see a cross between orange and a lemon. What kind of fruit that would bring. Because that fruit is what I'm getting on this nose. I'm getting something vegetal, like what string beans smell like. And there's a mild maltiness. Oh, what's that? Something a bit spicy. Is that oregano? But only on the left nostril. Very interesting. I'm gonna take a sip of water to cleanse the palate of that singleton. Not that it needs much cleansing. The finish is long gone. There's a short finish on that singleton of Dufftown. Let's take a look at the legs on this one, if we may. They run right down. They run right down. They don't even have legs. They just sort of sploosh down the side of the glass, and then there's nothing left. There's a few little drops here and there on the sides, you can kind of see them, but there's nothing else left. There are no legs. This does not have a high viscosity, and I'm pretty certain that the alcohol by volume is 46 or lower. Okay, there's not much more I can get out of that. I'm going to taste it neat, or neatish, because it's got some of my breath vapor in it. Now that is interesting. I get peanuts and cashews. At first, when I put that first sip in my mouth, I got wood. But when I started to swallow it, I got peanuts and cashews. I'm not getting a lot of tingling on the sides. I'm just getting a dryness on the front half of my tongue. I will have to have another sip of that. And I might not need to play around with water too much. There's that woodiness again. That oakiness of sawdust. Oak sawdust. There's also that citrus note again, which I strangely didn't get much of on the palate. I just got nuts. Do that again, and I'm going to swish it around my mouth a lot longer this time. Okay. Now I'm getting a citrus tang all around my teeth and all around the front of the mouth. A citrus tang. Nothing nutty this time, but I did for a moment pick up some cherry and some plum. Still very fruity, although not as citrusy as it was before. That cherry and plum note is all over my tongue, and it's astringent and dry. I'm still getting, well, dryness. The flavors don't stick around. Curiously enough, there are those sawdust notes again. And not so much citrus. The citrus is fading aside to leave some of that wood and nutty. It seems to be coming back to the chorus every time, if you want to liken a whiskey to a piece of music. I'm going to add just a bit of water. Okay. That's just a bit. That's about 2 quig-sized drops. One off the back of the spoon and one off the front of the spoon for good measure and balance. Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense. It's not supposed to. Yeah. Now I'm getting a lot less of that wood forward thing. I'm getting hints of banana and chocolate, milk chocolate. Weird. Milk chocolate. Oh, that's delicious nose. Milk chocolate, vanilla. Vanilla, toffee. That drop of water opens everything up. The lemon and citrus is gone. Malty. Milk chocolate. Vanilla a little bit. Milk chocolate. Ah, where did that come from? Just by adding some water. And I don't believe this is a high ABV at all. Or if it is, it doesn't taste like it. What have I got now? It wants to go up my nose from the inside. Plum. Very mouth-watering. Plum and a mild tingling. There was some sweet cherry in there too. Ah, do this again. I don't think any more water would do it much good. Now I'm getting a mintiness on the aftertaste. There was caramel, there was toffee. Now there's some vanilla and what did I say that was? That is pretty good. Different. This is all over the place. Apricots now. Stone fruit apricots. A little bit of a tingle. Mouth watering like you wouldn't believe. The milk chocolate seems to have had its day, leaving a tiny little bit of not unpleasant, well, I wouldn't call it bitterness, a tingling. And that sweet cherry again. And wood. Wet wood. Wood that's just been wetted down. I'm completely stumped as to what this could be. No doubt it's most likely a single barrel. Or it's some weird exceptional blend. Malty, vanilla. Did I mention a watermelon note? And something somewhat vegetal earlier? One last taste before I reveal what this is. Most enjoyable, and here we go. It says the Old Malt Cask, single malt Scotch whisky, Inchgower, aged 21 years. Ah, so that's where the wood is coming from. The 21-year age. Single malt Scotch whisky, distilled in 1995. Wow. We're getting into the rarities here. Cask type, sherry butt. Cask number HL14253, region Speyside. And 50% alcohol by volume. Does not smell like it and does not taste like it. It tastes really mild. This one fooled me too. But of course, I've never had an Inchgower, so that's another one that I can strike off the bucket list. It's quite pleasant. Like I was saying, it's got a lot of good things coming out of it. It's got the complexity, it's got a lot of different flavors. It may be a bit subtle. There's nothing that really hits you over the head. But what flavors do come out are interesting, with that citrus that changes. And that one point where I got so much milk chocolate I didn't know what to do with it. This is quite an exquisite little dram. Maybe not as potent as the Glenallachie, which was just phenomenal. But it's very pleasant nonetheless. And that wood forwardness, that comes from the age. So maybe they, instead of having n number of fills to the barrel, it was maybe second fill barrel. It was a sherry butt. Okay. So surprisingly, I didn't get a lot of, I got some vanilla and some toffee notes at one point, but I didn't get a lot of caramel, and I didn't get that much in the way of fruits besides all of that citrus at the beginning. And about halfway through I was getting some plums and some cherry, sweet cherry. Now, surprisingly, I'm not getting a lot of tannins or spices, but butterscotch. Quite a nice dram. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this very much. Slanchava, everyone. Until next time.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.